morning, Sagas. I'm Katie Garibay, and today is Friday, November 9th.
And I'm Olivia Kern, and this is SNN. Today is also Pajama Day.
This Sunday is Veterans Day, but do you know why we celebrate Veterans Day?
Veterans Day, along with many other holidays celebrated in other countries, marked the end of World War I.
Major hostilities in World War I were officially ended during the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918.
And appropriately, please stand for the flag salute.
Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now be seated.
The Festival of Trees will be held at the Santa Clarita Sports Complex in the center at the address listed below, Saturday the 17th from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday the 18th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saugus High has auctioned off a tree that will be at the event that is displayed in the front office.
The Sadie Hawkins Dance is next Saturday, November 17th. Tickets are now on sale in the ASB office, and $20 with an ASB card and $25 without. You can also buy tickets for $30 at the door. The attire is semi-formal.
If you are not feeling well or have injured yourself, get a pass from your teacher and head to the health office. Do not contact your parents and expect to be summoned from class.
Now, let's go to Sherin Yueksel with your sports news.
Good morning, Saugus. I'm Sherin Yueksel with your sports news. Saugus football plays Villa Park tonight at COC at 7 p.m., not 7:30. Tickets have been sold all week in the ASB office and will be sold at the game for $5 with your student ID. Tickets are $10 for everyone without an ID. Remember, no baby powder or speakers are allowed at the game. Baseball tryouts will continue today from 3 to 5 p.m. The tryouts are open to all. Softball tryouts will be held next Tuesday through Thursday at Central Park at 3:15. Track and field tryouts for new members start next Monday and continue through Wednesday. Boys volleyball is offering open gym nights on Thursday starting at 7 p.m. for current or interested players. Boys tennis tryouts will be held next Wednesday and Thursday from 3:30 to 4. If you are interested, you must attend an informational meeting at the beginning of lunch next Tuesday, November 13th in Coach Jeffress's room, J1003. The first Superstars competition of the year is here. The 5-on-5 class dodgeball competition will take place in the gym next Thursday. Each team must consist of 5 players with at least 1 girl and 1 boy. Contact an ASB member from your class to join the event. That's all for me. Now let's go to Chris White with the history of Veterans Day.
Good morning, Saugus. I'm Chris White, reporting for SNN. This Monday, we will be celebrating Veterans Day, a national holiday celebrated annually each November 11th. Some teenagers recognize it for the sole fact that they get a 3-day weekend. But we celebrate Veterans Day to honor those who served in the U.S. Armed Forces. We honor Veterans Day on November 11th because 100 years ago, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, or November 11th, 1918, during World War I, a ceasefire was issued between Germany and the Allied nations because Germany believed the military situation was hopeless. Although a treaty was not signed until June 28, 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th to be Armistice Day, since November 11th was effectively the end of World War I because it was when the fighting ceased. 35 years later, President Dwight D. Eisenhower ordered November 11th to be called Veterans Day to ensure widespread inclusion of all veterans on that day. But for some, Veterans Day is more than honor or the end of a war.
I served in the Marine Corps for 8 years. It's a day that acknowledges the service of men and women across the branches, whether it was the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, National Guard, and an acknowledgement of the time and commitment and sacrifice that they made serving our country. I believe Veterans Day is an appropriate holiday to acknowledge those men and women who served our country. But I think we as a nation can do a lot more to service our veterans. I don't think there's enough that's being done to help those who've struggled with PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome, and other injuries related to serving our nation. While having a holiday to acknowledge their service is great, I think if you were to ask veterans if they had a choice between having a holiday or having services available when they need it to help them cope with some of the challenges that they have as a result of serving their country, they'd much rather have that than a holiday. But the holiday's nice to at least recognize their service and efforts.
Veterans Day is very important. And even if some people think it's not enough, it's important to honor our veterans, even if we can't thank them, for risking their lives to protect us and our human rights. I'm Chris White, reporting for SNN.
Remember that as you wake up at 10 on your day off.
Today, Peaks Club will be hosting a free benefit concert on the outdoor stage from 7 to 9 p.m. You can go see performances from local rock bands like Flush, Santasma, Z Jacobs, and more. Concessions and raffle tickets for over $100 in gift cards will be sold. All proceeds for this event will go to the Mama Sarah Obama Foundation to build computer labs for rural Kenyan children.
Saugus Theater presents Baskerville, a Sherlock Holmes mystery, next Wednesday through Friday at 7 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center.
Applications for the Chinese exchange trip next summer are due by 3 p.m. today. You can turn them into Miss Sue in M1306, Miss Rubey in M1301, or Miss Wong in M1309.
Saugus Reach will be hosting college guest speakers through the end of the semester. Any juniors or senior students interested in attending can obtain a permission slip in Q1715 at lunch. Spots are limited. All presentations will take place during second period, right after SNN. There will be presenters from UC Merced on November 21st.
That's all for today. I'm Olivia Kern. Stay tuned for SNN Radio and Saugus Today.
And I'm Katie Garibay. There's no school on Monday because of Veterans Day. Have a great day and a great weekend. We will see you on Tuesday.